Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, BringItDon. I already went to go see if Jubilost had anything to say after the first stage of his companion quest. He did not, so let's talk to Harem. Alright, Harem pulls his beard, muttering something that could be either prayers or curses. Upon noticing you, he winces. Eh? What? Ah, it's you, Don Victus. I still don't understand. How did you manage to break the anvil with your bare hands? I can't stop thinking about it either. Maybe it was a sign from above. But if so, what does it mean? Has Torag admitted defeat and turned his back on the fortress? Did Grotus extend his hand to take what's his before it's time? I keep straining to hear the answer, but to no avail. But I'm sure that it happened for a reason. Someday I will understand what happened and why. Someday. Alright, we'll talk later. Alright, now let's go talk to Valerie about the letter we received from the Paladin of Shaylin. Fredero Sinet. Might be Sine. Valerie nods to you cordially. Glad to see you. Give Fredero's letter to Valerie. Valerie, I've received a letter from Fredero Sinet. He says I'm to free you from service and return you to Shaylin. Valerie looks at you unblinking, and you see her eyes darken with an anger she can barely contain. Really? May I take a look at this letter? Is that so? I see. Valerie takes a deep breath. My apologies, Don Victus. I seem to have become the reason for this message and highly inappropriate demands it contains. I know this person. Fredero Sinet is one of the mentors in the Order of the Eternal Rose, a true paladin of Shaylin, one of those who insist they are right till the very end. He kept saying louder than anyone that Shaylin herself predetermined my fate, even when I was packing my things before I left. Looks like he never came to terms with me leaving, since he found me even here. But the nerve. The mistake of leaving our ranks. Return to the path destined her by divine will. Since when does Fredero fancy himself the personal harbinger of his precious Shaylin? Valerie, her face scarlet red, doesn't seem to notice the letter crumpling in her hand. Enough. We must put an end to this. If paladins of the Order of the Eternal Rose require another refusal, they shall get it. I'm going to the trading post with you to meet Fredero. I serve you. It's as simple as that. It's my decision, and I'm not going to change it just because someone from my past thinks otherwise. Well, then it's time to visit Oleg and Svetlana. Valerie smiles faintly and nods. Okay. She needs to be equipped real quick. She currently does not have... Oh. Jubilost has leveled up. A discovery in poison resistance. At level 10 becomes completely immune to poison, which is pretty neat. I think I'm going to grab explosive bombs here. Wow, immune to cold, paralysis, and sleep. And greater mutagen. Ooh. 12 and 16. I can see a melee alchemist being okay. You probably wouldn't focus on bombs so much as like your mutagens and everything. I think that would be fun to play though. Huh. I might look into that. I only have enough nature and religion. Let's focus on religion. Then here I'm going to get protection from arrows communal. While my main character, who's going to be our primary tank, will be very good in melee, ranged attacks are still going to be a bit of a problem, as well as spells. Spells are the biggest problem. Oh yeah, and Valerie needs equipment for where she's going. Actually, Nymph's Gift probably won't make a difference here. Let's play it safe anyway. Okay, and I guess that's it. Alright. So that's going to be our priority. There's a pretty short window to get to Oleg's, if I remember correctly. It is on a time limit, so goodbye to Ekondio, Jubilost, and Harem. I just unequipped them, so we're going to bring... I can't bring a Miri, because I need a cleric, so I'm going to bring Tristan. Jathal's quest we're going to do while we're out, and Valerie we need for her quest, so... Sadly I can't bring a Miri, I want to, but she has to wait at home for now. Because I'm bringing Valerie. Wasn't for that, we'd be in good shape. Okay, and actually let's memorize some spells for Tristan real quick. Probably don't need Summon Monster here. I'm gonna bring some Bless. I know that Valerie has it on her ring, but Alright, I need to remove Curse. I need 2 remove Curses. So let's grab a couple of those. Then here we'll get Protection from Energy Communal. Grab 2 of those and Controlled Fireball and Summon Monster 4. Works for me. Alright, let's get to Oleg's. Then on our way back down we'll stop by the old Sycamore. I think I want to go by Thornford as well. While we're out, because I think I haven't been there yet. Oh wait, stop. Have I claimed this yet? May as well claim it while we're going by it. Same with this. We'll grab this excavation site as well.
Can wait.
Since we're here. Okay, we are not set up how I would like to be. I'm actually going to have Jathal in the rear. In case we get ambushed from behind.
Serves you right.
I shall end this
I'm
suffering.
letting you out of our story.
Alright, easy peasy. Wow, no masterwork anything. I'm gonna bring it all anyway. So I'm going straight to Oleg's. I can sell it when I get there. I'm not worried about being over encumbered.
Adventures can wait.
We should gather our strength.
Let's go and rest. Alright, so he is best for cooking. She is also best for cooking. Go ahead and do that. 11 to hunting. 13 to hunting. She's not good for... Oh, wow. Alright, yeah. Watch order, for sure. Should probably just go and buy 2 more rations.
I need your ideas. Who is that storyteller who's living in the capital? How could an elf look so old? It shouldn't be possible.
I thought about that. Did he find a way to prolong his life, but paid for it with his youth and beauty? Death is more merciful than life, in such an ugly old body. I could never stand it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead
Share
and
your troubles.
take care of some buffs here. Move curse. Move curse. Not that it matters to her, because she doesn't have a constitution score.
What troubles you?
My friend.
Alright. Let's go confront Fredero Sinnet. A middle-aged man in polished, shiny armor turns to you. His beard and hair are impeccably styled, and an expression of reserved politeness sits frozen on his face, as his piercing gray eyes watch everything attentively. Baron Don Victus? What an honor to meet you in person. I am Fredero Sinnet, a paladin of the most illustrious Shaylin from the Eternal Rose Order. Fredero looks at Valerie. There you are, Valerie. How many years has it been since we saw each other? I'm so happy that the years haven't erased the divine bliss written upon your radiant face. Valerie nods to Sinnet coldly. Greetings. I'm glad to see you in good health, Fredero. Tell me, Fredero, why are you here? The paladin looks right at you. As I mentioned in my letter, my goal is to return Valerie to Shaylin's grace. Several years ago, a terrible mistake was made. She whose fate was determined before she was born decided to resist her calling. I'd appeal to Valerie's mind and remind her of her duty. You speak as though I am incapable of understanding where my duties lie. You have given me much cause for doubt. You are from the Eternal Rose Order, right? Exactly. I once guarded works that showed Shaylin's blessings. Works of art, beauty, and love. But that's a path for young and energetic paladins and priests. Now I've become a mentor in the Order. Many servants of Shaylin who now guard her creations are brought up by me, and I'm sure Valerie would have surpassed them all, had she not left our ranks. You knew Valerie as a girl? Tell me about her. Fredero smiles pensively. Do I possess the words to describe the chosen of Shaylin? Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm not the only one who believes it. A special role has been prepared for this girl, and the ranks of the Eternal Rose's followers. I'm sure you've noticed Valerie's greatest virtue. She's impeccably loyal to whatever or whomever she serves. Her father did the right thing in sending his daughter into Shaylin's embrace, and Valerie's departure from the Order was just an unfortunate mistake of youth. I'm sure she regrets her desperate mistake, driven by hurt feelings and rash judgment. Only shame and pride have kept her from admitting it. Her true place is in the radiance of glorious Shaylin. My departure wasn't a mistake. It fixed someone else's mistake, which caused me to waste a few years of my life. Where are you planning to go? When Valerie joins my entourage, we will travel west to the borders of Patax. There, a new temple to my divine patron is being built. An architectural wonder worthy of harboring the very spirit of the Eternal Rose. One of the newer orders of Shaylin will occupy the temple, the Order of Prisms. Their zeal in serving the goddess will be good for Valerie. She has much to unlearn if she expects to return to Shaylin's favor and the respect of her brothers in faith. You can barely hear Valerie's voice. I'm so tired of orders from those I despise. I think you should talk to Valerie alone. Don't go, Your Grace. My intentions are known to all. Valerie, I've come to return you to our faith. Our. Now you imagine that not only do I want to serve Shaylin, but I have faith in her too? Fredero shakes his head. I don't recognize you, Valerie. What is this tone you address me with? I remember what politeness and respect you showed your elders. We held you up as an example for the other novices. Valerie raises her chin ever so slightly. I'm only repaying your courtesy in kind, Fredero. If you so easily ascribe me to thoughts and aspirations that I do not possess, then I can be as liberal a judge of your behavior. Watch your tongue, Fredero. You're on my lands, you will respect my subjects. Fredero gives you a respectful look and a nod. In no way did I intend to be impolite. Forgive my manners. It's difficult for me not to address Valerie as a novice, for that is what she was the last time I saw. As for my return to the church, which you so bluntly insist upon, Valerie pulls her chin up. Please, Fredero, spare me your wordy speeches. The day I walked out of the convent gates, I made a decision I'm not going to change. I'm never returning to the Eternal Rose Order. I'm never going back to serving Shaylin. Whatever nonsense you started with your letter, let's put an end to it, once and for all. Fredero studies Valerie's face for a long time. His eyes turn steel gray. I don't believe my ears. I expected to see repentance, Valerie. Repentance for your foolish choices. Repentance for the pain you've caused your family and all those who relied on you. But instead I see a proud renegade who dares to resist the will of the goddess, and who would defy me, the one who labored to bring you up and teach you. I have to admit, you're somewhat right. Lindsay stops under Valerie's glare and moves away apprehensively. Red spots start to appear on Valerie's cheeks, and she catches her breath with some difficulty. I am not the least bit surprised by your words, Fredero. You've always been deaf to anything that goes against your beliefs. I'm not Shaylin's chosen. I'm not a god's toy, created to entertain the whimsical goddess. I'm not... Quiet. Quiet before you bring her wrath upon you. How dare you, who is bestowed with celestial beauty, so insolently reject such gifts that others can only dream about? Your fate is already decided, laid out as a fine carpet before you. Enough. I didn't come here to listen to a spoiled child speak out of turn, but only to bring you home. Now I'll take you by the ear and drag you all the way to the Order's convent if that's what it takes. I think we all need to calm down a little. Valerie interrupts you. She's almost screaming. What you call home, Fredero, was my prison. My home is here, in these lands, for which the Baron and I have fought and shed our blood. Here, beside the one I vowed to serve, and whom I shan't leave until I die. Here in the Stolen Lands, where for the first time I can decide for myself where I belong and what I believe. Valerie's voice grows soft, almost like a hissing snake. Take your people, Fredero, and go back to the Eternal Rose Abbey. If you've the nerve to claim I'm Shaylin's chosen, well, know that your precious goddess should have chosen her trinkets more carefully. Fredero grows white as a sheet. How dare you? Yeah, well said, Valerie. Fredero looks Valerie in the eye. The paladin's hand is on his weapon. If you insist on standing equal to Shaylin's paladin, answer for your words now. If you have a drop of dignity left, you won't deny me satisfaction. Valerie looks at the enraged paladin fearlessly. Oh, so now I'm suddenly an independent person in your eyes. Finally. Well then, I shall agree to this duel with indescribable pleasure. Don Victus, you shall be my second. As you say, Valerie, what will you have me do? The second's responsibilities include observing the fight, mediating in the duel, ensure the circumstances require, declaring the final verdict. Valerie reaches for her weapon. I think here is good enough. Step away, Don Victus. I don't want to hit you by accident. Let's see whether you learned anything more than insolence from your mercenary friends. One of my squires will be my second, but everyone please clear the dueling ground, and do not interfere until a winner has been determined. What are you doing here? Don't worry, good master. We'll settle our argument quickly, and do not no harm to your trading post. So Valerie, are you ready? I am, Fredero. Let your second start the countdown. Participants, please ready your weapons and assume the position. 3, 2, attack. Okay. Alright, hold on. Eventually he's gonna run out of lay on hands. Or not. Once her defensive stance runs out, she's gonna start melting. Should be fatigued now. Or now she is, yeah. So put in some good work, though. This is gonna be a long duel, because he's nowhere close to taking her down. Okay. I think he's out of lay on hands, so... Nope, he's not. Alright. It's heavily in his favor now, so... Darn lay on hands, man. Paladins are annoying. Actually, what level is he? Does it tell me?
I can't keep this up much longer.
Doesn't let me inspect him. Hey, we're getting a little bit of work in. He's down to half. It's taking a long time. Oh, she only has that masterwork. She doesn't even have like a +1 or anything. I think I sold a +1 bastard sword somewhere. If she had that flaming bastard sword, she'd probably be in a much better position right now. Oh, she's doing pretty good though. Much better than last time. My last playthrough. Yeah, you can't. He's not even touching me now. She has 39 armor right now, and he only rolled... Roll 41? Holy crap, we won! I wasn't paying attention, but we actually won. Federo kneels heavily on one knee, wheezing and spluttering. Right, you always were better at fighting than at evolving your spirit and character. Praise Serenray, the battle finished without any victims. Right? That was it? Valerie stands over her defeated adversary, gripping her weapon. She momentarily takes her eyes off Federo, bent low before her, and looks to you. The duel's over. Valerie is the winner. Valerie lowers her weapon with obvious relief. Enough, Federo. You got what you wanted. Leave the lands of the Baron, and my life. Forever. I obey the word of the victor. Farewell, Valerie. All the best, Baron. Hope this warrior serves you better than her goddess. It's not her goddess if she doesn't want it. Like, the closed-mindedness. Though I do like Federo. He actually, he's not a bad guy. Dear gods, your face, Valerie. What, is there something... Valerie touches the wound crossing her face and looks at the blood on her fingers, more baffled than scared. Yeah, let me heal you. She touches the wound again, winces, and finally waves it off. It is nothing. I don't even feel any pain. Only fatigue, because she was in defensive stance for like 11 rounds. Save your pity for someone who is truly wounded, and I just need to rest. and wash myself clean after all these conversations about Shaylin. Alright, so I need to talk to Valerie at the capital. We'll take care of that. But first,
Confide in me.
let's get some healing done.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
So I don't know when we're gonna rest again. I'm trying to remember where the place was in the beginning. Towards the beginning, I went somewhere that had a bunch of darn... I think it's Thornford that had the boggards in it. But first, we are going to do a little bit of exploring. Because this plains area doesn't take long to travel through, so... Alright, let's go check out the Thornford, because I don't remember what was there.
Adventures can wait.
And I sure would like to.
We should gather our strength.
Alright, so I need to change some of his spells before we rest again. Because he no longer needs... Remove Curse. Yeah, let's get another resist energy and then summon monster. Actually, let's get animate dead. Oh yeah, then rest.
Right. Who tied a bell to my tail while I was asleep?
It wasn't me.
Oh, way to go. If you weren't busy tying bells to people's tails, we could have had a decent meal. A hearty meal at that. Everybody's all out of order now. What the heck? And this was not the place that I was thinking it was. Doesn't look symmetrical, whatever. Yeah, we've already been here. This is where, Can we really not get up there? Oh, we can. I just didn't go up there. That's stupid. Let's get over there and go up there. Where is the... There's a node on the map where there's a bunch of boggards there early in the game, and they, like, slaughtered us.
State your desire.
Oh, she doesn't have the cat. I think the Emiri has the cat. Son of a gun. Also, I didn't sell my stuff at Oleg's. Whoopsies. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna go to, the old Sycamore and deal with... Was in the Pine Patch? Where was it at? It could have been the Tranquil River Bend. That doesn't sound right either. Alright, let's go to the old Sycamore. Said it was to the west of the old Sycamore. I think I remember where it's at. I think it's like right here. It might be up here though.
I am your shield. As you order.
Looking for a boar. I don't remember it being up on the plateau. I think it's down here. There it is. Jethal approaches the boar's carcass, carefully examining the ground around it. See? There should be a pool of blood, but it's not here. It seems the beast came from somewhere else, already wounded, and then died here. But I can't track the direction. The ground is rocky. It would take a troll to leave footprints here. Jethal inspects the wounds on the boar's neck. The cuts are distinctive, like the kind my dagger would make. It has a few deep serrations on one side of the blade, so it wounds like a sawtoothed weapon on that side. So far, everything backs up the half-elf story. How can we find the one who stabbed the boar? We should carefully examine everything around here. If the boar was already wounded when it came here, there must be a trail of blood somewhere. Traces were easily discovered, marks of dark blood spotting the ground here and there, leading westward. Easier than I imagined. The trail is clear. It leads to the Thorn River. We should search the shores. We might find something there that points towards the dagger's owner. Okay.
Follow if you dare.
I believe I found something.
Okay, I get it, guys. Let's kill these
You cannot
guys.
stand against me.
Oh, wow. It's a weird thing to find in an herb patch. Let me just find herbs in there.
I'm there.
How curious.
Anything is possible. Applause, please. I see something.
Alright, some young elves.
Anything else? Applause, please.
This requires your attention.
Alright, let's go talk to the elves. Well, first let's go up here. Megalosaurus?
You deserve it.
Scared? You should be.
I do what I must.
Oh, hello. Some light treasure. No, that's her. She's found us. Monster, we knew you would always thirst for blood. You'll not take our lives easily.
Submit.
Any last wishes?
I didn't realize this was a targeted ability like that.
I still got it.
Oh, wow. What hit me? It was a spell of some kind. Now we gotta go through this area again. Oh, it's not a very big area. So it's not a problem. So it's actually
I wrote
haste.
it like I saw it.
Just make it a little faster.
This requires your attention.
You cannot stand against me.
Suckers. Alright.
taste my fury.
I'm there.
I believe I've found something.
Good job, Tristan.
You should take a look.
Anything is possible.
I've discovered something.
I see something. Applause, please. Just letting the ink dry.
Actually, let's
Anything else?
let's get fire, because I think it was fire that got me, right?
To victory!
Yeah, it's too far up. I don't feel like scrolling up to find it. No, I didn't get the thing this time. So that's okay.
Their life ends here.
Be generous for this, for I am not.
Masterpiece.
Suckers. Ooh, an elven curved blade. +1. Jaethal freezes in front of the dead elven girl. It's hard to read anything on the Inquisitor's face, but her posture suggests tension, the trembling force of a tightly stretched bowstring. But a lovely child, and she looks so much like my Nortalara. Even death could not twist her beauty. With a blank look in her eyes, Jaethal passes her hand above the girl's body. The feeling of an oppressive force, cold and painful, becomes nearly physical. A convulsion passes through the body of the dead elven girl. With a quiet moan turning into a cry, the corpse opens her eyes and rises. Jaethal looks at her in amazement, as if she's surprised by what she has done. Animating the dead. I had no idea you could do that. I never knew this side of my power. Something has awakened in me. The ability to share Urgathoa's gift. Jaethal studies her newly created undead with the look of a sculptor contemplating her creation. Withering under the stare, the undead girl begins to tremble. What have you done to me? What is this? I saved you from oblivion. You and all your beauty, foolish child. Now you bear Urgathoa's gift, just as I. You are undead, if you prefer the word used by uncomprehending narrow minds. No, it's better I follow my friends into death than become a disgusting undead creature. An unnaturally strong convulsion shakes the girl's body. She glares at you. I beg you for mercy. She doesn't have a heart, but you're different. You still live. Let me die. Put me out of my misery. Why did you attack us? The wide eyes of the elven girl are filled with confusion. We only meant to protect ourselves. The Wanderer warned us that this monster was chasing us. The elf points at the icy calm Jaethal. He told us that she sought new sacrifices. Everyone in Keonan knows that she killed elves for the sake of her darned goddess, and still she managed to get away with it. Walked freely into exile. If we had known that she would track us down, we would never have left the forests of our homeland. Who was this Wanderer who claimed that Jaethal was chasing you? We knew him as Wanderer, but it's only a nickname. I do not know what his true name is. He is a half-elf. My friends knew him. They said he had a wanderer's soul that takes him from one place to another. I've seen him a couple of times in Keonan, and recently I've seen him on the road. He caught up with us to warn us of the danger. He has brown hair and yellow-green eyes, like a cat. Please, I don't know anything else. Release me. Every moment in this lifeless body drives me mad. Jaethal, what are you going to do with this poor girl? I will not harm her, and I will not let her harm herself. She is frightened and does not understand the gift she just received. Elves have long lives, but they are still subjects of time. Only Urgathoa's gift can shield them from it. Eternal life, eternal youth, eternal immortal beauty. Can anything else be compared to this? Jaethal says the last words thoughtfully, as if the answer is not entirely clear to her. I hope, Jaethal, that you feel sorry for the senseless death of this unfortunate girl, and wish to help her in your way, and you're not just entertaining yourself, as you usually do. No one can be forced into happiness, Jathal, Tristan says passionately, especially with such a gift. Don Victus, please. End this poor soul's torment. Let her die as she wishes. Yeah, I've made a decision. You should allow the poor girl to die, Jathal. This is her wish. Plus, for some, eternity might not be a gift. That's the way to go. Jathal frowns. I cannot disobey my patron and master of these lands. However, I hope that you will not make a habit of disposing of valuable resources like that. Such waste is bad for both the ruler and his subjects. I do not know who to believe in this story. Did the merchant deceive us, or is this girl lying? So far it all points to one thing. The half-blood lied to us. And he did not merely lie. It was he who killed me in the wastelands. He took the dagger, and planted it in his own shop for me to find. Scared the elves with his lies, and intentionally sent us here. Yeah, I respect cunning and intrigue, but anyone who tries to use them against me will deeply regret it. True. Let's hurry to the capital. I'm looking forward to seeing my killer. Alright, let's loot. So I grab everything.
Why don't we set up camp?
Let us strike as one.
I'm all fatigued. Oh, because I'm heavy. Heavily
Do
encumbered.
not falter.
Alright, I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna call the episode here. And the next one we'll head back to the capital. Finish up Jathal's quest, and
Castle Aldori is a bad choice.
pick up Amiri.
A boring, spineless idealist. How will he defend the interests of the barony if he can't even stand on his own?
He is not lacking in valor and honor, the most important qualities for any person.
Well, thank you, Valerie. Alright, once I exit this map, I'll call the episode, and the next one will go back to the capital, pick up Amiri for the DLC dungeon. We'll also deal with Jathal's quest. Alright, so thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next episode.